What's up, everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Witcher, and we are back and ready to take on the Golem once more. We might have learned a thing or two with our not-so-successful attempt last time around. We also may have paid 500 orens for rain that was already coming down. But I would like to believe that we will find a way to get it done this time. Though our coin pouch is a little lighter. Okay. There we go. The gloomy dude. He's back. And is not happy. Alright. Where... Oh, there you are. That was a little startling. Okay, I think we can do this. There's no way this was not a thing. Right? Surely the lightning will strike this guy. Does he have to, like, be in the middle of these or something? Dude, man. Come over here, please. Oh, I think that did hit him. Not sure that's going to. Or maybe he wasn't technically in the circle. But it looks like that took a third of his HP down. In which case, nice. Excuse me, sir. I'm over here. There we go. That hit. Oh no, that hit us. We're almost in. Oh. I mean, did we give it another shot after that? Oh, that actually worked. We were suspecting that the fire would not prove very effective last time. Okay, we need to run. Largely because, well, I don't know. I was under the impression that maybe stone was not really likely to catch fire. Guess I was wrong, though. Does he have any sort of attack that goes along with that? There we go. 17 damage? I mean, we were doing something like 1 damage per attack. We were actually fighting him with sword. So I think this may prove better. I mean, granted, it still has relatively high HP, but we just didn't have enough to actually cast that. That was my bad. Close, though. Now we're good. And we are slowly regenerating the HPs, and I do mean slowly. Let's get a little more distance, and then I'll eat some food. So we still don't have any life potions, which probably would have been a good idea. Pick some of those up. But we have at least a little bit of food. I don't think it's gonna do wonders for us, because that just doesn't seem to be what food does. It's just not that effective. We also, I think we might have some explosives, which could potentially be worth trying out. I mean, I've never used them before, so I have no idea if it's as simple as chucking one in his general direction and seeing if that works. More complex than that. The effect of that initial strawberry wore off, so we will continue to chow down on all of our vast variety of fruits. This guy seems really weird with the direction in which he's running. Also, the music just got really intense. I don't think we've ever heard thumping electric guitars like this in The Witcher. It just feels maybe a little bit out of place. It's just me, though. We miss. Wow. My bad. Again, though, with this guy actually kind of running away from us. I mean, I I am tempted to try to use the lightning again, but, I mean, you saw how much damage it did to us. We nearly died. I'm actually very surprised that we didn't. I don't have the endurance to cast again. We do have a potion that increases our endurance recharge rate, or whatever the technical term for it is. Not sure if that is worth investing in actually using that. So, I mean, this is still certainly slow to do it this way. Vast majority of the damage still did happen from the time when we activated the pylons and did successfully seem to hit him. More pairs. And then proceed to run before he hits us. I mean, we're high enough HP now that we could probably engage him for at least a little bit. Oh, whoa, that was my bad. I don't know what I was thinking there, but apparently I was trying to use a sign on the pylon. Surprise, surprise, it did not work. That did, though. I mean, with the few signs that we have been able to use against it, well, I shouldn't say few, we probably used at least 5. Still hasn't done as much damage as the pylons did. Which does make me feel as though, yeah, I mean, sure, we could play the patient, wait it out for slowly whittling down his HP with signs game. But it seems like the quote-unquote right way to do it is to use these pylons. I'm assuming that his other golemy friends out here are never actually going to join him. Then things would get awfully tricky. Music is spicing things up a little bit. Oh, so is me trying to cast a sign when I don't have the endurance for it. What HP do you have? A little less than half? But I mean, we truly need to have full HP ourselves if we are to activate the pylons, because it looks like, I mean, we were sitting at maybe 10% HP after we did get hit. And I mean, if we do it correctly, whatever correctly is, then presumably we would not take damage, and we apparently did that the first time, but not the second time. So I'm not super confident that we can, in fact, do it the way we are supposed to, since apparently we messed up. At least once. Yeah, you're less than half HP. I think we can get you down to maybe a third. I would feel a little more confident actually fighting you in hand-to-hand combat. We still don't have full HP ourselves, though. I'd like to remember how low we were able to get him when we fought him outright last time round, but I don't remember. Oh, well, we killed ourselves early because we activated the pylons and hit ourselves with that, and that killed us. So we haven't actually fought him for the entire duration from full HP in hand-to-hand combat. So I don't know just how long we can last doing that, which is why I'm continuing to try to whittle him down further. I mean, we can barely see how much these individual casts are doing. But as I was saying before, I think we were dealing about 1 damage per hit. Granted, if you get the combos going, you can get a few hits in relatively quickly. So that still does start to add up a bit. Probably would be a little faster than doing this dancing around in circles strategy. But it is certainly safer. That much, I think, is indisputable. So let's hit him with 1 or 2 more, and then we'll reassess, because I think he's getting close to a third of his HP. I think is close to where we had him. That really looked like it hit you. My bad. We're also getting kind of close to full HP ourselves. We used all of our pairs. Sorry, fruit. Gotta maintain the fruit theme, right? This is probably our most difficult fight yet, or at least, wow. Technically supposed to be our most difficult fight yet. It would also really help if I would stop missing. Probably. Because, I mean, we're not really making any progress if I continue to whiff with the primary way in which we are dealing damage. This definitely will hit you, okay? Let's try giving him at least one more. How are we looking? I don't think he's at a third, but that's kind of an arbitrary benchmark I'm trying to reach. Just trying to play it a little safe, given how we did die the first time we tried to fight this guy. Like I said, that was to extenuating circumstances, but still. I think the point still stands. Okay, what's he look like now? Yeah, I think still less than a third HP. Or sorry, more than a third of HP. But I think we give this a shot. Assuming it's strong style. I actually don't know. Silver versus steel sword. What is technically the quote-unquote correct answer? Because I don't know what this guy qualifies as. That looks like it hurt. You can mix those in occasionally. And oh, I did not mean to do that. Did activate one of the pylons, and we did take fair beating there. Don't have the endurance. I was about to try to throw a sign at you. There we go. Now I'd say that's maybe not quite a third HP, but it's close. I want to be cautious of accidentally activating all the pylons at this point, because we do have one active. It seemed like it expired after a certain amount of time, because I thought we were running around in circles trying to activate them at one point, and then eventually it did go off. Or, by go off, I mean it deactivated. Ah, man. Maybe not, though, because this is going on for quite some time, this one right here. And as soon as I say that, it stops. So it does last a good amount of time, but not infinite amount of time. And surely that was close enough and well aimed enough to hit you, and it was. And we're still slowly whittling down the HP. Let's throw another round of food in our belly. Break in the fruit theme a little bit there with the honeycomb. I apologize. I think we may have run out of fruit. No longer a fruitarian. Okay. I mean, it still has a fair amount of HP. I'd say a little more than a quarter. We're getting, well, I mean, we're not that close to full HP, but we're in better shape, so I think we can probably get up close and personal again fairly soon. Like right now. I missed the combo. There we go. Combos actually can do a good amount. Not so surprisingly. I was just a little reluctant to go that route. It seemed like it was a risk that we may not have been able to risk taking. Okay, we are going to have to retreat soon. Yeah, I think now is that time. We still have a little bit of room. I mean, margin for error. And that, yeah, we're at roughly half HP. Apparently it lasted long enough that the game decided we no longer needed the music. Now it's back. There we go. Do a double round of that. Oh. Oh, he did still hit us with that. That was sloppy. I was thinking that, well, he was stunned there from the sign that we could quickly hop in for a few sword strikes. I mean, We did do a few combos. This HP did not move much. This guy is a tank and a half. I mean, I guess just look at him and he is quite literally a tank. Not even metaphorically. So I suppose that is understandable. But I do wish he would just fall down already. Just call it a night, man. Call it a night. It's been a long battle. We've run around in circles a lot. I would think you'd be pretty dizzy at this point. Okay, I think we need to run. Again, we can't go that long head-to-head against him because he does outdamage us by pretty wide margin. So in the long run, we do lose that duel. Yeah, I saw that one coming. That was not the best timing on my part. So it does mean throwing in the signs every now and then. Or, I mean, if we did manage to pull off another round of the pylons, then I think we could probably finish him off here. But we still would need pretty much full HP for that, which we kind of abandoned because we wanted to try fighting him head-to-head. We now know what that is like. Alright, I absolutely did that? Okay, thank you. It's gonna say, if he got the chance to hit us before we got that sign-off, I was not going to be too pleased. I pressed that with plenty of time to spare. Alright, also think that might have been a little too early to try to go in for the damage, so back off a little bit because we are still... we might even still be at less than half HP. This guy is... I don't know... 20%? How much life does this guy freaking have? I mean, yes, we're just doing little tiny chips away. 2, 3... I don't know if we reach 4 on the combos on occasion. And then the signs doing somewhere in the low to mid-teens. That's actually probably up there as close to one of our best. But I mean, that's the equivalent of like, 5 or so of our attacks. It's getting low. So, pardon the Path of Exile reference here, but is there a culling strike in The Witcher? Because that would be really useful right about now. Just instantly kill enemies that have 20% or less HP. Because he's right around there, except that 20 HP is still a lot. There was so much to begin with. So I don't think this is the time to take the shortcut and use the pylons, because unless we had full HP, you know, we've done the hard part. We've whittled them down very low. And so why take that risk when, with a little more patience, we might be able to do it the old-fashioned way? The difficult way. Just don't take that risk, you know? Alright, now we run. I kinda like that strategy. Do a sign, then while he's staggered, ideally run in there for a quick combo, and then before he has the chance to strike back, retreat so that you don't take any damage yourself, or maybe he gets you for one hit, but not enough to put you in any serious jeopardy. Which which, granted, I'm now abandoning a little bit. Losing a little bit of my composure, not gonna lie. Getting a little too aggressive here. Alright, let's style it back a little bit. Don't get carried away. Don't rush it when we're close, but we may not quite be close enough to take him out in melee combat just yet. That sign should make a pretty big difference, though, because he is oh so close. I think let's try to pepper him with one more round. Then that might be enough. It's close. Hit for 4 there. He did hit us. We have a fair bit of HP ourselves at the moment. I think we did it. I think we did it. Does save remains. And there it is. Along with the Golem's Obsidian Heart, which I'm assuming, based on the special substance description, is something that is quite valuable. And that means that we now have all of the serifs. We need to put this one in the correct place, of course. But, what's the other thing that I wanted to do here? I'm assuming that's what you're telling me. Yep. Okay. And, oh, I might have had a book that no. We're good. Let's save after that. Just in case something bad happens. It would be nice to know that we don't have to go through that again. Alright, and also let me double check where on the map we are supposed to go. It is fortunately right around here. Although, if I remember correctly, this obelisk has one of the powerful plants right next to it. Is this it? No, this is a different one, isn't it? Yeah. Cut across here. Like so. I do remember there being Browner dudes right next to the nice beggar tick. It's not an easy pickup. I believe the plants start popping up right around here. Yep. We should. That's the powerful one. I tried to dodge away from it, but shows you how successful I was. I think there will be more plants quite soon. And now I do kind of need to check. Well, there's Raymond. So that kind of tells us that we are... I mean, Raymond is at the tower itself. But I think the actual obelisk is behind us. I just ran by it. There is also going to be one of the plants, though. Here it is. Okay. So we do this.
All the Sephiroth are set. My medallion's vibrating like mad, so the spell must be working. The tower door should be open. I can't wait to see Kolkstein's reaction.
Let us see. Okay. I mean, I'd kind of like to just take a minute here to calm down a little bit, let our health... Well, I mean, our health is actually in a decent place. Despite taking a few hits from the power plants. You know, shooting their electricity all over the place. AC and DC. But high voltage. Either way, I assure you.
Aren't you eager to learn the truth? I'd rather stay focused. Should I get the book from the tower?
Yes, hurry. We can't let Kalkstein get ahead of us. I hope that murderer swallowed the bait.
I think I made sure of that.
I feel like that's a reference to something that we did specifically, and I just don't remember what it is.
Mere deduction.
Alright. Here goes nothing. I was really thinking the tower is going to be this humongous thing. Not this tiny little area. Okay, so, do we take the crate first, or do we take the gate of water first? I'm sure there's probably a correct answer. Ooh. Red meteorite. Gives a lot of damage for crafting a weapon or upgrading a weapon. Forge sword. Need 3 pieces of meteorite to reforge the sword, okay. Swallow. Ooh, that's the health potion. That could be very useful. I'm not sure if we should take the hint that that might mean we're about to fight some powerful enemies. Ooh. That sounds very good. I also don't know if that's permanent. Unknown potion, okay, but we do know that if we learn about them later, this is still usable. And then this, I'm assuming, is the big deal. Ancient magical treatise. I actually don't know how you pronounce that. Containing the lost knowledge of Alzur, including information on rituals enhancing creature growth and the secret of the thunder and shield spells. Other than that, I think that is everything else of note. Now tell Raymond we have everything we need to lure Kalkstein. And this, I'm assuming, will actually give us a new sign, I would think. Axii. You've learned the Axii sign, which can temporarily turn enemies into allies. Whoa. That sounds very powerful. Choose a sign on the left of the screen, right-click that sign. Axii elicits fear, causing opponents to panic and flee. When powered up, that is. That, I wonder if that works for any type of enemy. Like, does it only work for weak, drowners, maybe drowned deads, but not going to work for the powerful enemies, or can you use it on anybody? In which case, very, very powerful. Alright, so I'd imagine that somebody is about to be, well, I don't know if Raymond is going to try to kill us, like murder us right now. I could see a future in which that happens. Send some friends here to basically assassinate us.
Learn the truth. Good.
Yeah, that scares me.
What do we do now that we have the treasure from the tower? How do we lure the mage here?
I am the mage.
He's here already.
Yep.
I only see you.
So you say.
Mm-hmm.
The detective was onto me and you trusted him, so I killed him and assumed his identity. Two birds with one stone.
Yep.
I
Called
needed you to open the tower. I don't need you anymore.
Okay. So this is Azur Javid. What the heck is this? Ifrit? Zima Confidential, Azur Javid, okay. Lots of things. Ritual secrets, must destroy Salamandra, which clearly feels at home in Vizima. We are currently... Oh, we should have healed. Yes, we should have taken the hints. Okay. I mean, we can activate the Swallow Potion now, which would seem like it would probably be a good idea. What the heck is this thing? What are we looking at? It looks like a flaming chameleon. Okay, so, oh, and that's not even you? Like that's your friend? Am I supposed to be fighting you, or am I supposed to be fighting your friend? I don't know. Okay, let's pull out a weapon, maybe. It's actually not very high on HP, fortunately. But, how much damage are we taking is another good question, because whatever that was, it stunned us. Something tells me this may not be the only round of our fight, though. Because Azur Javid over here is just, chilling out outside of the arena. Also, probably shouldn't have used a... Ow? Fire spell against a fire enemy, but... Yep. Oh, here's the... Okay, the professor. Yup.
I come at your command, Master. I listen and obey as a genie would.
Okay. Weird that you phrase it that way.
You see, Witcher, too much water around for Hazard to feel comfortable. Fire mage is limited. He needs me to do the wet work.
He's a fire mage. You're water mage. Okay. No. Oh. Okay. No. Now you're actually just fighting me out, right? Okay. So yeah, I didn't really think that we would go straight into this, but let's see. So, how does this change things? Do we still have... We have the Axie sign increase... Oh. See, like... Ah, okay. There, the devil's in the details. Provides limited mind control over weak-willed individuals. So I was about to say, if it works on anything, on any enemy, sure, use it on Azur Javid, use it on the Professor, whichever one, and they'll start fighting each other. And we're in the clear. Not so fortunate, however. Feel like we're gonna need to use the force push. Outside of that, we have other tricks up our sleeve. We can use something to give us endurance regeneration. That seems like that could be useful right about now. We do also have the explosives. I think what we do is that, and then throw this on here. I don't know how to click to use. But, okay. I'm gonna hold off until we drink the potion. Maybe. Also, we're stunned. And, however, they seem to be doing next to no damage to us, and I don't fully understand why that is. Are we just amazing, and we don't even know it? So well, maybe we'll hold off on the explosives then, for that reason. Although you do have pretty amazing status effects, apparently. And we should be using group stance. Oh, and we should be using a steel sword. Duh. And this is just a generally terrible place to stand. Okay, I would have loved if you had attacked them when they were on the ground there, but that would just be too logical now, wouldn't it? Also, that is what I asked you to do.
This fast is now.
Alright, and if you could, like, actually allow me to attack these guys, I'd be much preferred. Oh, I'm using slow stance here, which is silly. That must have been left over from whatever we were fighting before. Alright, this is seemingly much more effective, but that might have been a little bit of a too little too late type thing, where we really should have been using that from the get-go. Alright, something's happening. That sword looks new? I don't know. Maybe? Maybe you're doing the water magic stuff?
The venom of Zeracanian scorpions, lethal even to mutants.
Yeah.
Mistakes, Witcher. They can be deadly. Give my greetings to that young companion of yours. And now, have a nice time dying.
Thanks, you too.
All felt the battle in the swamp was the beginning of events that would soon rock Temeria. Sensing the approaching conflict, both sides were eager to test the enemy. A routine skirmish between patrols erupted into a regular battle. Led by unwavering faith, the Knights of the Order showed greater determination and emerged victorious. The Scoia'tael learned that freedom could only be achieved by shedding blood, their enemies and their own. Azar excluded me from the battle. When Triss woke me, heaps of bodies appeared before my eyes. It was the last time I was able to avoid taking sides.
I mean, we kind of already have. When we sided with Siegfried earlier against the Scoia'tael.
You're mistaken.
Triss's
I have
house?
him under control. And not just him. They're all leading out of my hand. I regret that Voltest is away at the summit, but I trust you'll tend to the King's Council.
I assume you've resolved matters with Livarden as well.
Yes, I made an offer and he accepted. He claims his superiors had similar plans, but we beat them to it.
You're tied to
Men can
Livarden?
do nothing but talk and then always claim the initiative.
Okay, but you have a pet chameleon,
And how's
so
your
you're cool with me.
I should be able to convince him.
Don't overdo it. Geralt can be exceptionally perceptive.
Like when you think that he's unconscious,
back.
but is actually
contact you when
listening
it's
to
all
your
right.
entire conversation.
Never let the Witcher guess what you hide from him.
Too late. Already guessing.
Triss,
Should you be up? I'd rather make sure you've recovered completely.
how?
Don't worry, this won't hurt a bit. Well, you seem to be at full strength.
Apparently.
It must be that unusual Witcher's metabolism.
I mean, we did just, like, fight
How did I get here?
two super bad guys at once.
I was scanning for magic anomalies and happened upon a false trail set by Kalkstein.
Sure.
You found me in the swamp? What happened there?
I don't know. The alchemist is still there, examining solid stone. But he won't find anything. The greater anomalies are here in Vizima.
Magic
You are in
anomalies
Vizima as
in
well?
Vizima?
Yes. I'd appreciate it if you could help me figure them out. But back to your health.
Are we still in
I
Vizima?
thought I was at full
Apparently.
strength.
You misunderstood me. Physically,
No, I thought it was
nothing's wrong.
pretty clear that you said
It's
that
your
we were
mind
back
that
to full
worries me.
strength.
Explain.
You raved for hours. I had no choice but to read your thoughts to learn about your injuries and which poisons you took this time.
No,
I'm sure you read beyond
I
that.
don't think
Couldn't
that
help
was
it.
required.
Your thoughts were quite loud. In any case, I know about your recent adventures.
Can you help me?
Recover your memory? I doubt anyone can, but there's a small chance.
A small chance of what?
From what I saw, I think you would benefit by creating a stable personality.
Meaning?
Geralt, please, this is important.
Just limit the psychobabble.
You need to take a stand on the world's problems. It doesn't matter what position, just that you choose one.
It's okay if you want to be a terrible person.
Can't you just tell
Just
me what
make
you
up your
saw?
mind.
No.
Thanks,
I don't want
Triss.
you turning into my vision of Geralt. I want you to decide for yourself who you are, without looking back.
I shouldn't take an interest in the past?
Exactly. Your memory should return in due course.
We'll see.
Geralt,
Yeah, lots of questions right now.
You said something about magic anomalies.
various things can cause them, but more importantly, they can be the cause of true evil. When I last felt this way, you and a sorceress were trying to capture a genie, destroyed half a city in the process. You probably have no recollection, but a lot hung in the balance.
I don't recall.
I could use your help. I have some magic sensors that need to be placed around Vizima. They'll help us locate the anomaly's source.
They're called satellites.
All right, give me the sensors. I'll take care of it.
Always eager to please.
What are friends for?
I saw a perfect wall cavity in the trade quarter near Town Hall. Place one there.
Trade quarter?
A
Okay, we
second
haven't been
in the
there
temple
yet.
quarter near the entrance to the sewers, and the third.
We've been
in
there. Oh,
Vizima
we have
Center.
seen that, actually.
We'll create a typical Radcliffe triangle. You know, of course, that triangulation is most effective in these cases.
Yeah, of course we do. But also, like, how did we get here and where exactly is here? Because apparently we're still in Vizima, but I'm assuming we've never been to this specific area. You're referring to places that we haven't had access to in the
Long
past.
story. When you men went chasing around,
Which proved effective.
by some miracle, I decided to look for Salamandra using
Stop trash
unconventional
talking us,
methods.
Triss.
Any results?
Very good ones. You'll learn it all in due time.
Why not now?
To get this information, I had to agree not to tell you. Patience, Witcher.
But also, I was eavesdropping on that entire conversation that you just had, so tell me
Who
everything.
Were you talking to through the mirror?
You heard me? Ah, sorceress business.
Yeah.
Sounded serious.
Certainly not.
I had to make a few promises to learn about Salamandra.
You could.
Trust me, it was nothing important.
Just about the organization that you've been spending the past, month. I don't know how much in-game time. Trying to investigate and, may or may not have just fought the two leading members of that group who poisoned you and nearly killed you, but it's not
I'll
important.
see you later.
See you. Oh, I nearly forgot.
What?
Luvarden, a merchant, wants to see you. He hosts banquets at the new Naracourt.
I don't like banquets.
Important people will attend.
I don't know.
Including Princess Ada, whose curse you lifted. Apparently, she's slightly obsessed with you.
Lovely.
I'll think about it.
I'll be there.
All right, I'm convinced. Maybe I can gather some
They're all-
information there.
6 this evening. Here's the pass that makes you official in the trade quarter.
A pass?
Could have used one of those
in
earlier.
addition to a quarantine, the authorities of Azima have imposed martial law.
How'd I miss that?
It only covers the trade quarter, which you haven't entered.
So how do these passes
How do you
work?
know that?
Only the quarter's residents are allowed to move about. I have a house here, so I was able to get a pass.
So what do I do?
Well, I
I think
registered
that
you as
defeats the
residing
whole
here.
point of a quarantine if
Falsely,
everyone who
of course.
lives there is allowed a pass to move in and out, or is that just me? So, yeah, both these things.
Listen, about my identity,
Progress already?
I'm still analyzing.
Okay.
Geralt.
What's with the passes?
Well, in addition to a quarantine, the authorities of Azima have
Okay,
imposed
you didn't
martial
tell
law.
us this.
How'd I miss that?
It only covers the...
So how do these
Tell us
passes...
this.
Only the quarter's residents are allowed to move about.
So what do I
Again,
do?
makes zero
Well,
sense.
I
That defeats
registered
the entire
falsely,
purpose of
of
a
course.
quarantine, but moving... Oh, that might have been new, but... Okay, we will rest and prepare, I suppose. Should offer to help Triss. Also, make up your own mind and just, don't listen to everything that Triss tells you, but you should definitely help her. No less. Okay, so apparently it is done. I mean, I'm not sure we actually need to rest for any specified amount of time. So, like, I don't know. Sure, 3 hours? Still getting new quests? Wow. A whole bunch of new quests. I mean, probably shouldn't be that surprising, given how we did just finish Chapter 2. We fought Azar Javid, who, I'd just like to say, I called that the detective was Azar Javid. And the professor, okay, maybe a little bit more of a surprise that he showed up too. But I also was thinking that we were going to have like a series of dungeons to go through in the tower itself, and that we would fight a bunch of people, and then only once we reached the top would we face the powerful boss. But turned out it's kind of just waltz right in, take all the valuable stuff, turn around. Oh yeah, the guy who you were scheming this whole thing with turns out to be the bad guy. But fortunately, we did manage to successfully complete that fight, and if I'm being honest, I mean, besides the fact that we pulled out all of our potions, I didn't think it was too difficult. I mean, granted, we didn't kill him, but anyways, so with that, I think that's a pretty good place to wrap up this video. I mean, how else are we going to end this one, right? I mean, we just kind of defeated 2 of the bosses. So, we have a lot of new stuff just based on all those quests and new places to explore in the next episode, but that'll just have to wait, so I'll see you next time.